Hello?
Hey, how you doing? This is Andrew Johnson. I'm looking for Steven.
Hey, it's the same, sir. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. All right. So I work for the United States Marshal Service, and a couple weeks ago, we got word that a judge in D.C. Issued a warrant for your arrest.
Really?
Yes. Now, it's very odd for me to be calling you because that's generally not how we work, but I talked to your probation officer yesterday.
Yeah.
And she said you self-reported last Friday on the phone service and stuff.
Yeah.
So this isn't a case where, I mean, to be honest with you, we're not going to come to your dad's house and serve a warrant and do all the stuff we normally do. What I need to know from you is, do you have an attorney?
I was given an appellate attorney recently that is in New Mexico.
Is that a federal defender?
Yeah, she was assigned. I didn't even apply for it. I had a public defender. Well, I had three of them for my J6 case. And then when I was sentenced, about a month or two passed, and then she called me and told me that she is my new attorney. So I'm thinking she might be the one representing me now. I can give her a call if you want. I had no idea that, I'm assuming she would have been the one to tell me I had a warrant. I mean, I've been checking in every Monday and all that.
They don't necessarily. I don't think the District of the D.C. probation people are allowed to tell that. That's something we do here in the District of Connecticut.
Okay.
So what we need you to do is come to the federal courthouse in Hartford and turn yourself in so we can execute the warrant. But I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I want you to call your attorney first so she can try to set up. So there's been a lot of these cases happening, and I cannot say I can't guarantee you anything. I can't say you will get released. But what has generally been happening is you contact your attorney, you come in, you surrender for the warrant, we execute the warrant, which simply means we sign the piece of paper that says you turned yourself in, and you'll go in front of a judge, like an initial appearance here in Connecticut. And the majority of the time, because you have residency at your dad's house,
yeah.
The majority of the time they set up a situation where they tell you to either within a week or two self-surrender to the district, so you would have to self-surrender back to the judge in D.C. that issued the warrant, or they are working with some of the other attorneys here and the probation here to just transfer your probation to this district since that's where your residency is.
Okay. Does it say what the warrant's for?
It's just a violation of probation. I guess there's a few times where you didn't call in or you didn't show up to a meeting or something, and apparently there was an instance where you missed a court date, the judge was lenient, and you missed something else where the judge finally it's a bench warrant. It's not like there's in the state of Connecticut, it's a little bit different. So I know Groton was out there last month for your brother and stuff like that. I talked to the Groton Police Department.
Yeah.
This isn't something where they're going to come to your house and arrest you on it.
It says I missed a court date? It says I missed a court date?
The violation itself is very short. I'll pull it up and just read it to you so you know.
Yep.
She has, every phone call that you ever missed or every date you were supposed to call and you didn't. She's very thorough in her records as far as, all the stuff you didn't do. And there was a court appearance. There was an actual court appearance that you missed, and that's when the judge
Aren't they
signed
supposed
the
to
warrant.
mail me something for that court date?
So I think because at that time, so this says the court orders that one government's motion 76 motion to revoke release is granted. The government's court. So this is just a bunch of legal jumbo. I think because when you were in Florida at some point, and I think you reported you were homeless. So I don't know if that was maybe the miscommunication.
That's odd because my ex my ex-PD still texts me, and when there was an issue with Miss, I'm assuming that's Miss Harden, he would get a call from her.
Yeah, that's who I spoke to yesterday.
He would get a call from her, and then I would call right in. It happened a few times, but I would assume that they would let me know when I had an actual court date. I didn't even know about that. What date was that court date on?
I'm trying to see if she puts it in her narrative. On October 9th, filed 14 pretrial violation report. So she goes back. So October 9th, it says you failed to check in. I don't even know where the actual court date was. But regardless, the way that she's written all this stuff up, it has every time you fail to check in listed on here. So the warrant itself isn't for a specific date. I think it's like all of this stuff cumulatively. August, so June 3rd, you were charged. June 3rd of 2022 is something in, looks like Florida.
Does it say when
June 3rd of 2022?
When the warrant?
I'm looking right now. I'm sorry. I'm just going through all the dates.
Does it say when the warrant?
The warrant was issued on. Yes. So October 16th of 2024.
Man, that was a month ago.
Yes.
I haven't gotten anything in the mail. They know I was at this address at that time. I haven't gotten one thing about any court.
I went back through. I did all of what our agency usually does. And I essentially found you at your dad's house and contacted the PD there. Went through some of the records. Oh, also, did you get hit by a car?
Yeah, I did.
Are you still in a cast?
No, I'm limping around now. I'm not in a cast no more.
Okay. That was one of the other issues that our agency was like, man, we're not gonna go out and serve a warrant and do. At the time,
I mean, I haven't done my physical therapy, but yeah, I broke my shin bone.
Did you actually get hit by a car?
Yeah, in Florida.
Shit.
I was on an e-bike.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just
no, I know. It's pretty tragic.
So, yeah, it was signed on the 16th. It was sent to this district because you sent the email to your probation officer that you were going to be staying at your dad's house. So I would like you to call your attorney, contact whoever you've been working with, and let them know you have the warrant, and we would like you to self-surrender in Hartford. And if I'm sure they've done this before, they will try to find someone that can essentially vouch for you, like your dad, that he's been living with me. I will ensure he makes it to D.C. by this date, so they can just let you go the same day. You'll show up, we'll put you in our holding cell, we'll get you a time the same day to see a judge. The judge will essentially tell you why the warrant was issued. We execute it, which just means we sign it so it gets taken out of the system, and then he'll give you a date to report to D.C.
Okay. All right.
So this is my work number. If you have any questions or your attorney has any questions, I have no problem talking about it. Again, I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm not telling you this is exactly what's going to happen. I'm just going based off of some of the past cases from January 6th. They're not holding people for these bench warrants or anything. They just want you back in the district to answer to the specific judge you were seeing for all of that stuff.
Okay. And I can have my attorney call this number?
Yeah, she or he?
I'm not sure which one is actually listed as my PD still, but I'll check.
Okay. Yeah, I have no problem talking to them. I'll tell them the same thing I'm telling you. It's a bench warrant from the District of Columbia, from D.C., and I've got all the paperwork here. I can read it to them, talk to them. They should have access to it through some of the court.
Oh yeah, you're right. He might not even have to call, but I'll call him now and let him know what's going on. And what day do you want me to come up there by?
So I'm not going to give you a dead set time. I don't want to put pressure on it. I don't even think Friday is a good idea, so I would say Monday or Tuesday of next week I'm totally fine with.
Okay. All right. Let me. That'll give me time to get in touch with my lawyer and stuff, and I'll probably end up shooting you a call back once I talk to him, or have them give you a call. But thanks for reaching out, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, sir. I appreciate the call back, and let me know if I can do anything, whatever your attorney needs or anything like that.
Okay. Thanks, bud.